Hello everyone, this is Terry. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Amethyst Astro Tarot. Today is 9th of July 2024, Tuesday. I'm a practicing astrologer and tarot reader. And if you have any professional requests, you can always contact me from the links in my profile. Having said all, today, I won't be putting the on the camera. It's like quite dark in Edinburgh, and it's like raining, pouring everything outside. So I don't think so that even with the light on, I can get a good view. So in the end, I decided that I will be talking without the camera today, and will be making the recording like this. So today I would like to talk about something about astrology, a kind of brainstorming also we can say about this. As you may all know, I mean, there is this concept of sun sign astrology, which is actually, it's like was introduced by Alan Leo, who was a very important astrologer, and he was, I think, in some sources, I mean, he's also quoted as the founder of or the father of the modern astrology. And I think that it's like the what we see, I mean, sun sign astrology is like the all these daily horoscopes that we see based on the sun signs or also the ascendants, etc. Daily horoscopes, monthly horoscopes, or yearly horoscopes as well. And there are really prominent astrologers that are uh, making some forecasting depending on all the sun signs and of course the ascendants, etc. You will maybe recognize that when you read a horoscope, what they call horoscope section, horoscope form, they would ask you to read both your sun sign and the ascendant, the rising sign. Of course, it's not the case that everyone knows their exact birth time, so they would be knowing their rising sign, but the sun sign is easier to find about according to the day of the year that we are born. As we know, I mean, like the astrological year starts with the spring equinox, this in the northern hemisphere, when the Aries is at the 0 degree, which generally corresponds around 21st of March. It changes every year. It may change every year, and then from there onwards, we will see that 1 degree going 30 degrees, each sign is completed, and it gets to the next sign. So we can understand what is our sun sign. When someone asks, "What is your zodiac sign? What is your horoscope?" or that kind of, I mean, terminology is used actually when we tell, I'm a Virgo, uh, I don't know, Pisces, I'm a Taurus, etc. We are actually talking about our sun signs because the moment that we are born, the sun is in a certain degree in a certain sign. So actually, that's the basics. I mean, that's where we start, but it's not the whole picture. That's I think, something that we have to give credit to. And of course, when we look at the uh, chart, a natal chart, a transit chart, any type of chart, astrological chart, we can see that there is more than sun. Of course, sun is about our identity, is about our self-expression, is about our power, is about like where we shine the most, right? It's like the moment, the center, the core. But of course, there are other planets that are placed in the same as the sun sign or in other signs. And also it is they have also the interactions with each other, these planets. I mean, like in the sky, the moment that we are born, when we look at the natal chart, it's the foundation, it's the basics of the start, the beginning of our life, that moment of the birth. Of course, I mean, as these celestial bodies are in touch with each other in a way which are called aspects, and also they sometimes form some patterns which are described in different ways in astrology as well. And depending on those patterns, we can make more things. Of course, the basics, as I have explained in another video, is like the planets, the signs, and the houses, which are I mean, planets is it's like the expression how, when it's like what, how, and where. It's like the where is the house, the area of life, and the sign is how we do it, and the planets are generally the kind of the main actors that are expressing themselves in a certain sign, in a certain area of life, and they are all, in a way, as long as they are not unexpected, they're all in a way in contact with each other in the charts. So in this regard, it's like, I think we can never disregard the contribution of sun sign astrology in the field of astrology, and it's really important. It's really the basics, but it's not as I said, it's not the whole story. So I think that there is a much complex structure, and there's much more in our charts that tells the whole story about ourselves. I mean, if we think that, I mean, like I personally look at the 7 planets, plus the outer planets and the Chiron. But of course, there are people that are astrologers who will add the asteroids, the fixed stars. I mean, you can always, enrich the chart interpretation in different ways. And for example, I'm looking into the decans, which gives another layer of interpretation, because every sign is divided into 3 parts, and according to that they have different decan rulers, etc., etc. So you can add a different layer to the interpretation. So I just wanted to make some brainstorming about this, and would like to express the thing that, I mean, even when we are talking about transits, I mean, like, there are so many things that we have to consider. I mean, like, for example, now on the 11th of um, July, the planet Venus will move into the sign of Leo. Yeah, fine. But I mean, like, when we are looking at that, first of all, we have to see where Leo is in our charts, which area of life are we talking about, that we will see that Venus in Leo expression. And then also, of course, since Leo is a fixed sign, we may also consider in terms of major aspects if we have other natal placements in other fixed signs. And of course, that is not enough. We have to see this Venus is going to, how is it going to interact with the rest of our natal chart, with our basis, the foundation of our life, so that what kind of effects it can have. And also, in addition to this, we have to always, I mean, it's better to consider, I mean, it's worth to consider our natal Venus placement. Where is it? How is the expression, how we feel Venus in our lives, how we feel this planet of love, planet of harmony, planet of aesthetics, planet of values, I mean, and planet of relationships, and sometimes the jealousy, vengeance, etc. You know, these are all the experiences, how it is naturally in us, and how this transit, the Venus going through the sign of Leo, will have an impact on us. Of course, it's generally a short transit in case of Venus, but we have to see, I mean, like, so it's like, it's really something really much complex than maybe sometimes we are thinking of. So I just wanted to share this with all of you. And if you have any comments, if you would like to ask anything, I would be happy to answer your questions. As I'm saying, like, we can never deny, and we cannot be not thankful to the sun sign astrology, because it's the basics of all. But it is also true that, I mean, there is more than sometimes the sun sign astrology to understand our basics much better, and to see or to try to realize what might be coming towards us in terms of forecasting, etc. And I think that's why, I mean, like, the one-to-one meetings with an astrologer can be more helpful in understanding these in-depth version of ourselves and our futures. So I wish all of you all the best. Bye bye.